Great job by our defense. Came out. I thought they, first series they hit us on a couple things, but we didn't panic. I think that's the fact to do. We had a veteran defense. They kind of hung in there, and we got to stop on that first series, which was huge. When they got the ball, and then we just were flying around all night. Last time we played Tiffin, we were horrible on third down. Today, 1 of 10. We got off the field a lot, and a lot of 3-and-outs, especially in the second half. So Antonio Pipkin's a real good football player, but I thought we did a great job with our scheme and stuff and confusing him and keeping him off balance. Obviously, anytime the defense could score, it was a nice play by David there, and that really helped us. It was 21-0, and kind of that score by Tally on the pick six got us up 28-0. So flying around. Offensively, ran the ball better. Martavius had some stomach stuff going on and was dehydrated, had an IV, tried to get him out in the second half. We didn't, but I thought Terrell Dorsey stepped up big as a senior. A lot of physical runs. His 101 yards were really running through people, a lot of physical runs. We can be better. We didn't, Bart was on the ground too much tonight, way too much. He was on his back. We've got to do better up front, but this is kind of what I thought was going to happen with our team. I think our defense led the way. We had decent running attack. We had some receivers make some plays. We have got to protect our quarterback a little bit better. So we were fortunate to get the lead and kind of sub some people out and keep some guys fresh. And but there's plenty of things I think we get on tape and continue to build on. But I was impressed with our guys' approach and attitude towards the contest. We came out and handled our business very well.
Dave, I wanted to ask you about Pipkin and what it is that he did to you guys last year and what it was that you guys were able to do to him tonight.
Last year was more, they kind of knew that we were always going to be in cover 3. So they always knew they'd have an extra hat on a corner, and they just threw it out there. And this year, Coach Lewis and Coach Postman, we worked a lot with having the nickel and the wheel related out more to cover down a little bit more, and that's what we did this game.
What was, you never want to say like revenge or that you wanted, but you did want to avenge what happened last year. How important was it to hold him as the key to the game?
I don't think we looked at it any differently. Every game here is a big game. We just tried to come out there and give our best performance.
Kat, how about that part, with Pipkin and what he did last year and the importance of it this year?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is, they had our attention, our full attention. A lot of people, I think outside the place, we're talking about the semifinal run, things like that. And, the 2016 season, we never looked past Tiffin because I think everybody in this building, coaches and players, have respect for him and his ability to make plays, and do things. And so it was more of respect for them. I say all the time, we weren't scared of Tiffin, but we respected Tiffin's program, and I think we respected Pipkin. He was the offensive back of the year in our conference last year. He's a very good player, and we were on edge. We were on edge. There wasn't any complacency heading in the opener.
Coach, you told me before the game that the defensive secondary would be one of the biggest questions heading into this game. Just what's your assessment of them after tonight's game?
Well, to be honest with you, I think our offensive line is the biggest question of our team right now. But in regards to our secondary, I think we aided them with some stuff that we did to kind of change up the looks on Antonio Pipkin. I'll have to watch the tape. I did think that our corners played better. I saw Kalen Dunham, a redshirt freshman. His first action, made some nice tackles on some perimeter passes. He came up and made some plays. Studdard did some things out on the corners, on the edges that way. So we played a lot of different guys in there. I don't think with their passing game that the safeties were stressed much tonight. It was more out on the edges and a little bit quicker stuff. And I thought those guys, it felt like they reacted and responded better. We actually made some tackles and some plays when the ball gets spit out past the numbers.
Matt, how close is this to the way you want to see your offense run with the balance and the guys who are participating?
Yeah, you know what, Pete, I don't know if we talk about statistical balance very much. We're going to try to hit some plays. I think getting the post ball to Urson Smith starting the 2016 season is the way we like to operate, throwing it up. We took a couple more shots. We had 2 double moves. We had a slant and go, another deal to Matt Williams that, I don't think executed real great. And so we want to be explosive with our offense. And I think the big difference, in a year, though, is our run game. Our run game was much better this year than it was last year. And even when Martavius Carter didn't play at all in the second half, we're still able to run the ball effectively and do that. So we ran the ball pretty effectively. We got to get our pass protection cleaned up. It wasn't like there was some exotic pressures and stuff. We were just getting some guys beat in four-man pass rush. That's got to get better heading in tomorrow.
David, what happened on that pick six, and just take us through that play?
like I was blitzing off the edge, and they ID'd me. My job was to drop back and kind of reroute the number two to the boundary, make sure he didn't run it straight down the hash. And I dropped back, and then I saw him looking straight at me, and then I just jumped in front of him.
Bart, can you talk a little bit about the pass protection, what you went through tonight?
Yeah, it's my job just to stand in there and look at the routes downfield, and I got a lot of faith in the whole line and Coach Morrison to get that cleaned up. And really, that's all I gotta say about it. I can't complain. I'm not gonna throw any players under the bus or anything. So, I trust them that they'll get it done, and they take it personally too.
Probably want to talk a little bit more about that 19-yard run.
Oh yeah. Never hit that cutback in my life.
It showed.
I tell you, the difference in his sliding ability is dynamic year 1 to year 2. He actually knows how to slide now. So.
Any particular thing that comes out as a surprise to you? You look, you evaluate, and you never know what you're going to get. You look at the film, I know, but first impressions, what was it?
Like I said, I thought there was a couple younger guys that showed up, like Kalen Dunham. Jalen Harden was a guy playing back there that showed up. Made some plays. Probably, some younger guys. Typically, when you play a young guy, I think we had over 13,000 people at this game. New video board, all the hype. Young guys, they tend to lose their head a little bit. And I actually felt like we had some younger players in our program. Some newer guys in our program that kind of stepped in and held their own in a very hectic environment. So that was probably the biggest surprise. I wasn't surprised by our defensive performance. I know we have good coaches and players. I wasn't surprised by really the offense. I thought our special teams were good tonight. Our kickers are experienced. They did a good job. So I'd say just we plugged and played some younger dudes in there, and they seemed to hold their own.
Dave, what about the defense on the side? Matt Judon's gone, and he's not a whole team, but he still had the stats and he had the recognition and all that. How important was this game for the defense to be able to step up and have a good game?
It was very important. We got a motto that we live by. We plan on being stingy, being dominant, running to the ball, and that's literally all we try and do when we go out there every day. Give it all, give it your all.
Coach, Sidney Omame had his first start for you guys this game. Just what did you take away from his first action?
Oh, I thought he bended around there, came around the edge and got, Pipkin to step up a little bit. I think even though he's played in this league, this was a new experience for him. So I'm sure there'll be some things, he had an injury last year and then he didn't go through spring practice. And, he's still getting back in football shape. He's not quite 100%, but, with Alton Boss had an injury, we'll get Alton back, but he was out for this game. It was really important for Sidney to play that many reps. And, like I said, I don't know about a production standpoint, but I know he can get off the ball and kind of, creating problems for the tackle, making Pip can kind of step up and change a little bit. So I think he was smiling in the locker room. I think he's completely bought into Grand Valley football, and I'm sure he's happy he's on the winning end of things.
And Terrell, you had 129 total yards rushing last year. Tonight you have 100. Just how important was it for you to get off to your senior season and a good start like tonight?
Well, one thing, it all started in the off season. I knew I had to attack the off season in order to be able to give myself a chance to be the best I can be. And one thing about tonight was it all started up front because the guys, the O-line, they were very physical tonight in creating holes and moving people off the line of scrimmage and creating a new one.
Is this the first time you've been healthy at the start of the season? You looked healthy tonight, like you were snacking.
I think I was healthy my redshirt freshman year, but
Spring ball.
Well, I guess so.
There
Might be
goes.
the first one.
It just seemed like to me you're finally healthy. Yeah, it must feel good to know you can go out and sell out in the game.
Yeah, it does feel good, and I think that helped me tonight as far as playing tonight.
How do you and Martin Carter work together as far as being in the backfield and being a tandem?
Well, the one thing we do, we both push each other and we both help each other out by being a great teammate, correcting our own mistakes. I still make mistakes sometimes. Marty make mistakes, and one thing we do is we correct each other's mistakes and push each other in practice to make plays. But for the most part, we both have fun doing it. It's very friendly competition in the running back room.
Good. Thanks, guys.